What's up, Skyhawks? Welcome back to the Skyhawk Talk. I'm your host, Catherine Sweeney, and today I am here with a senior guard on the men's basketball team here at Stonehill, Chas Stinson. Welcome
So, how you
on.
doing?
I'm good.
Thanks for having me on here. Been a long time coming, so I've been waiting for my invite. So I've been seeing. So,
Well, here we go. Let's start off.
uh,
First of all, can you tell me a little bit about your name?
my real name,
Your real name, your full name.
full name. So most people don't know this, but my real name isn't Chaz. It's Charles. But like obviously, I'm telling people because the thing is, my mom, she really didn't want me to be going around as Charles, even though that's my real name. She wanted me to go by Chaz.
Okay.
But it's like a family legacy thing. So I am the fifth Charles in the family.
Charles the
Yeah,
Fifth.
the fifth generation Charles, yes.
Wow.
That's why we're number 5, because I am the fifth. So
Makes sense.
Yep.
That kind of sounds royal. Like
That's what I said,
that's a
like,
royal title.
people ask me,
Charles
like-
the Fifth.
people ask me like, oh, are you gonna continue tradition when you have kids? I'm like, this isn't like 16th, 15th century England or something. Like, we're not King Charles the Sixth or King Charles the Seventh. Like, just Charles the Fifth. So I mean, I think it's time to. I think I'm gonna end it with me. So
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I want to say you have a big personality. When people meet you for the first time, what do you think they notice first?
I like smile a lot. Like I goof off, so I like to make jokes and stuff. That's kind of the big thing that I am, like making sure people always laughing or smiling. That's kind of, I think that's the first thing. I want that to be my first impression. Like, oh, there's some guy I want to be around all the time. So, I mean, that's kind of what I go with when I talk to people.
Good positive vibes.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you think your personality is part of what makes you a better player, or are those two separate things?
I guess they could go hand in hand. Because I'm also like a big competitor, so I'm big passionate about what I do, and yeah, like when you play sports, there's all that competitive stuff, but there's also you gotta have fun with it. So I think me being the big personality type of person, I think it all goes hand in hand. Because if you're not having fun playing, then why are you doing it?
Exactly. I
So,
agree with
yeah.
that. So you say you love making people smile, like you just said. Does that show up more on the court or off of it?
Probably off, because me being a big competitor, like I said earlier, it sometimes turns into a negative thing. Like, I hate losing, and so sometimes I could be, not the right person to be around whenever I get into that mode. But yeah, I think like more off the court, like locker room vibes, like all that stuff. Once you get off the court, it's all brothers, it's all love. So I think off the court is where most of the, positive vibes come from.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So growing up, you played a bunch of sports. What made basketball stand out?
It was easier, I think. It was when I got out of high school, like football and basketball, kind of the main two sports I played like middle school and high school. But I think like by the time I got to end of middle school, I was like, man, football practice is not fun. So I ultimately went with basketball because it was like the more fun practice and games and stuff. Plus football, you practice all week and then you only get to play one game at the end of the basketball. I get to play like 3-4 games, and the games are the fun part. So that's why I chose basketball, basically.
So what else did you play other than basketball and football?
Man, I played everything: soccer, baseball. Like soccer, I did multiple positions. I was a striker one time, then I was goalie, then I was defender. So me and my brother played a lot of sports together. So I played like those main sports. I wouldn't say I did like other stuff like running or something. I tried track in high school, got hurt, never did it again. So yeah. So
Was there a moment where you realized you wanted to take basketball seriously?
I think like probably sixth or seventh grade when I realized like, oh, like this is something I want to pursue in the long run, and it'll help me, continue that legacy with my family and stuff. So I think because many people in my family are basketball or football players, mostly basketball, but like I think basketball is when I decided about that middle school age when I was like, yeah, this is something I want to take serious, try to go far with it.
So that kind of goes into my next question, which is how much did your family's background in sports influence your decision to go to college?
Oh, a lot. Like, I think almost every member of my family plays sports, even my mom. So, like, that was we're a big sports family. And I think having that background growing up, watching sports, playing sports, watching my parents do sports or older cousins do something. So I think like that whole family background kind of helped me, stay that course within sports and ultimately basketball. So,
So your recruiting process was a little hectic because
hmm
of COVID. What was that like?
dude, COVID, bro. I don't ever want to remember the COVID season because, like, uh, it was really hectic because you couldn't play, especially in front of a crowd, and like most seasons got cut short. And so with COVID, that was my senior year, and recruitment happened, and then that was the year that college were able to give their players fifth years or extra years. So that kind of hurt, like seniors or rising freshmen coming in because now those coaches are looking for more experience and more, or even their guys coming back. And so that was like kind of hard for us to get those offers. So that ultimately led me to do a prep year, which like kind of reclass. And I did another year of high school because I wanted that another opportunity to be able to get something better than or something that I know I deserve.
So what did it mean to you that Stonehill kept showing interest during that time in you?
Oh, great! Like shout out to Coach Kraus and Coach Jason Karras. They really they were on me all the time, calling me, make sure I was doing okay, seeing they were really asking me personal questions more than like basketball stuff. And it kind of felt like they really, like favored me and appreciated me more as a person and then as like just a player they wanted, on their team. So I think they started that whole process of we want you to be part of this family. And, that really, I really appreciate it a lot.
They saw you for more than just the sport.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
important.
Right.
So when you came on your visit, what made Stonehill feel like home right away?
It was just the feeling, like the vibe of campus. I got to hang out with like the seniors. They were like my chaperones, and yeah, like they immediately accepted me. I gelled with them immediately. Like some of the guys I still talk to now, and 4 years, 5 years later, I still talk to them. So like those still my friends. So I think just me coming to campus and they showed that whole value. They appreciated me. They all like immediately accepted me for who I was. I think that's kind of what pushed me towards like choosing to come to Stonehill, basically.
That's so awesome.
Right.
Getting that feeling right
I
away.
know, right?
I mentioned this to other people
Hmm.
too that I've had on the podcast who have also sort of said the same thing you have. Like they went to school and people always when we were looking at schools were like, you'll get that feeling when
Hmm.
you tour and you'll
Exactly.
know. So that you got that
It
feeling.
literally got the feeling that, yeah, like you said, like you visit a campus. Once you get that, I know feeling like this is the right place for me is where you ultimately go, and I think that's kind of what happened with Stonehill.
I
So,
love it. So, scoring your first college points at UConn, what do you
yeah,
remember about that game?
um, being on the big stage, like I think it was a relief because growing up, you watch all those games on TV and you watch the big lights and stuff, and then me finally be able to step on that court and like I visioned it, I dreamed about it when I was a kid. Me actually being able to do it, that was a big, great feeling. My pops, my little brother was there too, so them be able to see that my first game on the big stage was like just a great feeling.
So you had your family supporting you
Yeah, I
there as
did.
well.
I did.
So what did that mean being able to look up at them and be like, you know what, I'm doing it. I'm
Right?
doing it for you
Dude, it
guys.
felt so great because, like, me and my brother, it's my dad, my mom, like, my grandfather, we all talked about it all the time. Like, you got to work and do this and that because you got to get to that stage, get to this point that you always worked and dreamed about. And then just finally be able to do it. And then looking up and seeing that support system also there to see it, too.
Such a
It's
good
just a
feeling.
great feeling.
Being a part of the first made D1 field goal in
Hmm.
program history is huge.
Right.
Did you realize how huge that was at the time?
At the time, I didn't know because technically we had points on the board, but they were all free throws.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came off the bench, I subbed in, and I hit a three in the corner, boom. And then at the time I didn't realize that that was our first field goal. And then like after the game, they were like, "Oh, you scored the first field goal of Stonehill history, like D1 history." And I was like, "Wow, I didn't even like realize that." But I guess that's a big achievement because that was our first year, our first game into playing UConn, which was also a big big sports school and people heard much about. So that was just another great thing to stack on the achievements.
That is like I think one of the
Right.
coolest achievement you could have.
Literally,
Like
you literally in there. I probably won't be on the history books for like, most points scored or, most rebounds or something, but I'm definitely in there for something of like being in that first team to play in the D1 history of Stonehill.
So, winning your first playoff game, how did that moment compare?
Um, I don't think there's a moment that could compare, but I will say it's up there because that was my first ever like playoff win
Hmm.
in my college career. So I think that was the first Stonehill playoff win in their D1 career. So like again, being on both first of D1 type of scenarios is like just a big thing, and the playoff win felt even more, I guess, more joyful because like those are the playoffs, like it's one and done, and we're able to get past that first round. It's just absolute feeling, and we also did it on the road too. So we had to trust each other to be able to do that, and it was just again like a great feeling.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So, as a guard, how would you describe your game?
How do I describe my game? I will say like slashing. I would say a slashing scorer. I get downhill. I can get to the rim. But I can also find different ways to put the ball in the basket. I can score different ways, and I'm just I say most people say I'm a defensive menace. Like I prioritize defense like that. My mom kind of got me into doing that. So being able to harass people on defense, play good defense, I think is a great aspect or a great trait to have when you play basketball.
So, do you see yourself more as a scorer or a playmaker?
Um, I'd say the score. I guess last you could say I was more of a playmaker because I was the point guard, so you had to make some, playmaking, dishing, and things like that. But this year my role was more of the scoring side, so and that's kind of where I felt more comfortable. So I would say I'm more of a scorer.
All right, gotcha. So, I want to talk about your family again. You said that your family motivates you.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you carry that with you every day?
I probably say I carry like every day. Like, you can't see now, but I have a tattoo here that says "Continue the Legacy," and so that's like me. I wear it on my shoulder every day when I think about playing basketball or doing anything. I want to be able to continue that legacy or be that someone in the younger generation, our family, look up to. Like, yeah, this kid, he came through the family. He went to play sports, did what he wanted to do, and believe it or not, I am one of the first members in my family to be able to take it this far with sports. And now we're looking to go, to that next level, see where it takes me.
Good for you.
So, yeah.
So, you're paving the way for your family.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. What keeps you locked in on your goals when things get tough?
What keeps me locked in? Um, Probably first and foremost, God, asking Him for, putting me back on that right path. But I also say, like, family and friends, my coaches too, like, they stay on you, making sure, like, you staying on top of things no matter how bad things get. Because, but then again, like, you always got to think, like, this is still life. Like, even though you think about sports, school, like, you still want to be able to enjoy life. You still want to be able to, go keep moving forward. So I think, like, relying on help is also, and also being able to realize, like, this isn't all end all be all. So, yeah.
So, I want to step away from basketball for a minute. You are a big movie guy.
Yeah.
What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie, like, that's
Hard to
kind of hard.
choose.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to choose. Like, people ask me this all the time, but um, let's see. I'll say, like, I'll give you top four.
Okay.
Top four, I'll say Tron Legacy, um, Captain America Winter Soldier, Scarface, and I'm gonna throw in a curveball and say this is a great movie called A Knight's Tale. It's got Heath Ledger in it. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely watch it.
I haven't seen it.
You gotta watch it. It's
All
a
right.
great little like drama coming of age type of story.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm adding it to my list. I'll watch it tonight.
Watch it.
Okay, so you play the drums as well. When did you start playing the drums? How old were you?
Maybe like 6, 7. Yeah, 6, 7. But when I was younger, like my family's we're a big like religious family, and my dad was actually like he was the sound guy for our church, and I would always be there like 3 times a week. And then I had nothing to do. I was just trying to find something to do, and I became friends with the church drummer. And then he kind of started teaching me how to play the drums, and I ended up taking lessons. I would go to his house, take lessons. I have a drum set at home, so that's kind of where it started. I kind of like veered away from it a little bit when sports or basketball got real serious, But now sometimes I'm trying to, get back into it, just a little hobby to just start doing again. So
Were you good? Are
yeah,
you
I was
good?
pretty good. I
Okay.
can't read music. I'll say that. I can't read music. But if I can hear it, if I hear it play a couple times, I'll be able to
You can get
replicate.
it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
How often do you pretend to be Michael Jackson?
all the time, because he's the king of pop. Like, man, he's the great. When that movie comes out, that new Michael
I
Jackson movie,
know.
I'll be front row watching that thing. I might pop up, start dancing or something. I don't know. But man, I've always been a big Mike fan. Like, I don't know if you know the Wii game Michael Jackson Experience. It's
No.
like Just Dance, but like all Michael Jackson. And I used to stay up all night trying to get the highest record on all the songs, like every single song. So that's kind of, yeah. I love Michael Jackson.
So you can moonwalk?
Yeah, I can moonwalk.
Are you able to do it right now?
I got a boot on.
Oh crap! We can't do it right
Yeah, I
now.
can't
Then,
do it right now.
all right. So when you get out of that,
I'm
you
gonna
have to
show
do
you.
it for
Yeah,
me.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you.
You
I got
should.
the whole thing. I got the leg kick, the everything. So
Are you gonna pull something like that at
nah,
graduation
hey, I could. That
when
would
you're walking
actually,
across
yeah,
the
that would
stage?
actually be. That's a good idea, actually. On
God.
stage, I bust out a Michael Jackson movie. Yeah, something.
Okay, think about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be excited to see now. Okay, what made you decide to be a sport management major?
Well, my most of my family does like finance and like sales and stuff. A lot of everyone in my family does business, and so I kind of didn't want to take that route, the financial route. And I love sports. Like I love being around sports. I want to do anything sports related. So I just figured that sports management was probably the best kind of major for me. So that's kind of why I chose sports management.
So, what are you looking to do post grad?
Um, looking at I want to be a sports agent. So
Very nice.
right, like manage sport or manage athletes and stuff. Get that commission like some Rich Paul does with LeBron James. Like you meet all these different NBA players, be around the game all the time. That's kind of what I want to do.
Very nice. That's awesome. All right. So, being a senior now, how has your perspective changed?
On what?
Life,
Life.
sports, anything.
Being a senior, I mean, it's definitely changed. Like the maturity side, I'd say. Um, when you first get in your freshman, you kind of your eyes get big, and you feel kind of overwhelmed or maybe stressed out because you never done something like this before. But like now being a senior, I realized like I was so stressed or worried about nothing really. Like it's the same as any other thing living life. And I think now being a senior, and being matured enough to realize like and learn lessons and stuff, I think I'm ready for, once I go out on my own in the real world that I won't have, that whole uh the scared of the unknown type of mentality. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree with that. What do you want people to remember about you as a player and teammate?
Um I want them to probably remember me as like uh being probably one of the most fun or one of the most, relied on teammates they ever had. Like I want people to be like I related with this guy or this guy or I could always, talk to him or every time I was around him it was a good time. So I want to be that player. I want somebody to realize like, yeah, this dude I really like enjoyed being around.
What are you focused on right now in this stage of your career?
Right now, I'm focused on the next level. So I'm trying to go pro, and I just signed with the agent a couple of days ago. And right now, we're trying to figure out the ins and outs of sending out the details and the film and stuff. So hopefully, we get back some offers and then be able to go overseas somewhere.
That's so
Yeah.
exciting. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
So, my last question for you is, what is one piece of advice that you would want to give your freshman year self?
Piece of advice.
Mhm.
Don't be afraid. Basically, the one advice I give is don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Um, you know, don't be afraid to just do what you want to do. Like, I know when I was a freshman, sometimes there was some things I wanted to try or some things I wanted to do, and I was kind of scared that I wouldn't like it or the people wouldn't like me. But I realized like now, like nobody really cares about that kind of stuff. If you just go out there and be yourself, somebody will
Yeah.
accept you. So
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good piece of advice.
Right.
Well, Chas, thank you for coming on to the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you guys for watching. We will see you on the next one.